Time to get a look at your forecast if you haven't looked out the window, and let's face it, you probably have. Jacob Hitz is here to give you a spoiler if you've been able to somehow not do that.
Look, at this point, if you haven't looked outside and you don't know what's happening, you're probably not watching us. Let's be honest here. You have to know that it's snowing, and then you'd be seeking us right now on Fox 43 Plus to stay up to date.
The question now, Jacob, right? We've been going at this for 8 or so hours for the most part. The snow falling and all of that kind of fun stuff, heavily falling. The question now is, when is this going to end?
We're getting there. Only, 8 more hours to go, right? So it's been going on for quite a while, and things will wrap up. There is satellite and radar, and you can see that there is still a lot of moisture, especially to our south and to our west, that has yet to come through south central Pennsylvania. So we still have a little ways to go before it is said and done, but we will get there as we go through the rest of the day today. And of course, taking a live look here shortly out at Lewistown. Oh, look at that. Tony Martin, the magic behind the scenes. He got it done in 30 seconds or less. How about that? Good stuff, Tony. We've got the plenty of snow out there this morning or into this afternoon. Not much mixing in as far as sleet is concerned. The bulk of the sleet that we are seeing mix in, that is well to the south of Lewistown and Mifflin County, Juniata County. Some spots in Perry County have seen some of that sleet mix in, but that better bet is from York County over to Adams County, Franklin County, maybe as far north as Harrisburg before things start to turn back to plain old snow. Let's check out some of the snow totals so far. 10 right now, the big winner in Lebanon. 8 inches reported in Wartsville and Cumberland County, Marysville and Perry County. You know, just before I came out here, I saw Ephrata over in Lancaster County. They've picked up a little more than 8 inches of snow so far at last check. York here at the station. Now, this was checked around 2.5 hours ago now at 7.5 inches. So likely a little bit higher, but because of the sleet, probably not by much. Maybe in that 8-inch range right now, and then 9 inches at last check over in Chambersburg in Franklin County. Current conditions are pretty quiet and pretty poor out there on the roadways this afternoon from Shippensburg to Greencastle there on I-81 headed down towards Franklin County. 322 in Mifflintown over to Chambersburg, or Columbia, excuse me. Lots of snow-covered roadways out there as we go through the rest of the afternoon. PennDOT trying their best, but that snow keeps falling. Now, the good news is the heaviest of the snow, that has pushed off, especially now that the sleet is mixing in some spots. We may be able to pick up another additional inch or so of snow once this is said and done. But for the most part, the heaviest is out of here. That is the good news. You're still going to have a lot of impacts as we go throughout the rest of the day and into tomorrow. We'll turn it over now to Tony, looking ahead to, okay, what comes next? Obviously, that winter storm warning lasting until 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And Tony, the key going to be the winds that are showing up as we get to tomorrow afternoon and then into our Tuesday. That could bring some of the snow that crews get off of the roadways right back onto it.
Jake, true. You know, after this storm makes its way out of our hair later on tonight, we're still going to have to deal with the gusty winds tomorrow, and we're going to have blowing and drifting of snow, it looks like, right into the afternoon and early evening. Winter storm warnings continue through 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon all across south central Pennsylvania. Roughly from Harrisburg to Carlisle northwestward, looks like anywhere between 12 to as much as 16 inches before things are all said and done. And once you go further north and west, it's especially true here across Mifflin and Juniata counties. The cold air is deeper, which means from the ground all the way to the cloud, it's below 32 degrees. So supporting snow throughout the entire event, and you'll end up with the highest totals. Meanwhile, further south and east, just a little layer of slightly above freezing air coming in just below the clouds, so the snowflake falls, melts for a time, and then refreezes before it hits the ground. That is sleet. Now, in some cases with storms, you have that warm layer getting a little bit stretched, and it doesn't have time to refreeze before it hits the ground. It falls as a raindrop and then freezes on contact. That is freezing rain. What we have going on now is sleet and also snow all over the area. Weather impact alert through Tuesday today because of the snow and sleet. Tomorrow, blowing snow, drifting snow, falling temperatures later tomorrow afternoon. Wind is going to pick up and really drop those wind chills later tomorrow night and into Tuesday. Wind chills could be as low as 10 to 15 below early Tuesday morning. Temperatures now 11. Pretty popular number. Likens, Harrisburg, also Carlisle, up to 13 in York, but with the breeze, it feels more like a few degrees either side of zero. We're going to have much more throughout the day right here on our Fox 43 app. Continuous updates, live radar, and coverage of this storm as we go throughout the entire afternoon.